Well, hi again, and we're still here in Kings Norton, in the Hawksley area, just sharing something of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And I just came across this, don't know whether you could see it here, this road, Branch Road, as we're coming around this area. And it just, reminded me of a verse in the Bible, a few verses really. But I want to start off with one verse. We find it in Isaiah, in the book of Isaiah, and there we read of a man whose name is the branch. Sorry, not Isaiah, Zechariah chapter 6 verse 12. Behold, a man whose name is the branch. Now we're told in that verse that this man is going to be one who comes in the future, one who is a king, one to rule over the nations, one who will come as a priest as well. He will be a priest king, and therefore he will intercede between man and God. And it tells us that his counsel will be of peace. He's going to come to bring peace on earth. And of course, this is something we need right at the minute, where we've got wars and real tragedy in a number of parts of the world. And even in our own societies, even in our own neighborhoods, there is very little peace at times. This one is going to come to bring peace. And his name is the branch. Well, to cut the long story short, who is he? He is none other than Jesus Christ, the one who was born as the Prince of Peace. But we also learn, as we read the Gospels, in Matthew's Gospel, we read in chapter 2 of how Jesus Christ, it says of him, and it's quoting Old Testament prophets, that he shall be called a Nazarene. Now, just on the face of it, that might look like it is telling us that he was going to grow up in Nazareth, and I think there is something of that in there, but I think there is a double meaning in that, because you see, this word branch, the branch that we read of in Zechariah chapter 6, behold, a man whose name is the branch. The Hebrew word is netzer, which is of a similar root to where we get the name of that town, Nazareth. Nazareth, Netzer. So you could see the similarity here in this word. And this is, I think, where Matthew is pointing us back to the prophets in this. He's pointing us to this idea that Jesus Christ is the one who fulfills this. He is the branch. Behold, a man. And that's the wonderful truth of it, that the one who is going to save us is not just one who's from outside of this universe or anything else. He's one of us. He is a man. Behold the man whose name is the branch. He is just like you and me in that he has humanity. He has lived here. You read through the Gospels. You read of all that Jesus Christ suffered in his life. He knew what it was to be homeless. He knew what it was to be betrayed. He knew what it was to be lonely. He knew what it was to suffer, to be tempted. He's a real man. And yet this is the one who came to save us. What makes him different? Well, there's another verse in the Old Testament about the branch. And it tells us in Isaiah chapter 4 verse 2, here's where we get to Isaiah chapter 4 verse 2. It says, in that day, the branch of the Lord, the branch of Jehovah, will be beautiful and glorious. You see, it tells us something of his origin. He is of the Lord. He is of God. He is not just a man, but he is more than a man. He is God himself. And so this is the unique thing about Jesus Christ, is that he is both God and man, 100% God, 100% man. And in that he is God, it tells us in Isaiah 4 verse 2, he is beautiful, he will be beautiful and glorious. Now we see something of that beauty in him. It's not a beauty that man would desire him. That's what Isaiah 53 would tell us. But it was an inner beauty. There was a glorious beauty that as God would look down from heaven, he would see one who stood apart from all others in this world, who was perfect in all his ways, who was without sin. and God himself, the Father in heaven, could open up heaven's doors on at least 2 occasions while Jesus Christ, the Son of God, was here on earth, and he could say, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." And indeed, men themselves could speak of Jesus Christ and say, "I find no fault in him." That was the judgment of the Roman governor, Pilate. And others like the centurion could say, "Truly this was a righteous man." So that's the man he's a man, he is God. But also we read in Zechariah 3 that he is my branch, my servant the branch. Behold, I'm going to Zechariah 3 verse 8. Behold, I'm going to bring in my servant the branch. So he came to serve. He did not just come to rule, to show his power, but he came to serve. And that service brought him all the way to the cross, where he would lay down his life. He would give himself. He would suffer. He would die so that we could have life. So this is the one who is the branch, the one who is called Jesus Christ, and we commend them to you. God bless you.